I would like to take this moment to acknowledge 9/11 only because it was an enormous event that changed the course of our recent history. Clearly it wasn't the most devastating thing that's ever happened in this country, but it was a very big event that unleashed a new level of revenge politics. Along with the fear, we grabbed onto revenge and we went full force with that. We hunkered down into the deepest kind of paranoia and we created a situation where we are now the enemy of the world's people. And I just want to say that we would like, as progressives, to drive a wedge between us and that ideology and the Bush agenda and what potentially is the end of the world if these guys stay in power. It is big stuff what's going on with them, and they have refused to deal with the very, very basic things that are on the agenda, particularly global warming. They have led a complete blind eye to that. Okay, we have known about global warming very much for the last 25 years, and it wasn't until last week when the newspapers are flooding in these stories that Dianne Feinstein has finally come up with a resolution. I also want to bring up global warming because it harkens back to the founding of this country. You know, people often talk about, well, let's just go back to the good old days, the good old days, the good old days. Well, for many people, the good old days never existed because 200 years ago, this country was founded on the genocide of Native American people. And it is my deepest belief that that action paved the way to the life that we are living now, because if you can kill 60 million people, you can destroy every river, every stream, every tree, the ozone, you can mine for uranium, you can cause the deepest kind of crisis in the environment. These were the people whose religion was to live on the land. And so in some ways, we are living right now the collective shadow of that activity. And we have never apologized, we've never rectified that situation, and on top of that, we incarcerated and enslaved the African American people, for which we have never apologized. We have a nation that has never apologized. And this kind of understanding, this anti-colonial understanding, is the politic that needs to be in the center of our realities. And it is not even on the agenda in Washington. What we believe is not even on the agenda. So instead of us being seen as some kind of fringe lunatics, we have to see that we hold the truth. And even if only one of us holds the truth, it's important, but it's not true. We all understand that, and we need to get together and demand that our understanding becomes the consensus reality. Thank you.